So welcome back to Favorite Friday. For the first case for this week, we are going back to Germany. We have a woman who was involved in a terrorist group. So as you can imagine, we don't have a specific city. Like normally I give like in the location, I give like a city for these cases. But since it's like this woman was part of a terrorist organization and is believed to be part of multiple assassinations that have happened. We're just gonna put Germany because pretty much all the confirmed murders that she was connected to have happened in Germany. So yeah, just a heads up on that. This woman is not as well known. If you knew of this case, or I guess if you're living in Germany, I guess let me know. And so with that being said, I'm gonna quit my rambling and let's get started. So then Brigitte, so our subject Brigitte was born on June 24th, 1949. She went to graduate high school in 1967. She would go on to the University of Munich, which is capital of Germany, by the way, for philosophy. She gets married in 1968 to this guy named Ralph Hausler, and then gets divorced like 2 years later, so 1970. She then becomes interested in the Manual of the Urban Guerrilla, and then becomes a member of the Socialist Patients Collective, and apparently this group broke apart in 1971. So then Brigitte and another woman, doesn't give the other woman's name, so I'm specifying she's just another woman. Apparently so these two women, they proceeded to join the Red Army faction, and apparently they quickly moved up the ranks. Apparently in June of 1972, Brigitte actually gets arrested for being connected to a organization and having legal firearms, and she gets released in February of 1977. So like only served like a little over 4.5 years. So Brigitte's first confirmed assassination that she was involved in was April 9th, 1977. Apparently there was a man by the name of Siegfried. Apparently he is in a vehicle. He has a driver, so he's not the one driving. That's how you know, like, he's one of those important political figures, because he has a driver. And apparently there's a guy in the backseat named George with him. And then a motorcycle pulls up, and then the motorcycle pulls up next to them. And then they shoot into the vehicle like 15 times. As you can imagine, the driver and Siegfried died on the scene, whereas the George guy in the back died like 6 days later. So then on July 30th, we're still in 1977. July 30th, 1977, there's a guy by the name of Jurgen Ponto, who apparently is a banker. He's getting ready for a vacation with his wife to Rio de Janeiro, which is in Brazil. Yeah, Brazil. And then, so I assume they're very excited. So Brigitte, apparently a family member, and apparently a unnamed male came to the house. Apparently the wife answered the door. They gave her roses to distract her. She sees the family friend's daughter, as apparently she would later say. So obviously knowing this girl and trusting her, she lets the daughter in. And then while the wife is putting away the roses, they then proceed to shoot Jurgen 5 times. So the roses, I guess, were to distract the wife. I guess our target is him, not you. So, and then as I said, that they obviously flew the scene, and then Jurgen is said to have died then. So this name, we're just going to refer to him as Hans, but I'm going to try to get like his full name, just so like, because apparently Hans is like a pretty common name over there in Germany. So Hans Martin Schillinger, apparently he was head of the Confederation of German Employees Association and Federation of German Industries. And apparently during World War II, as you can imagine, he was also a former SS soldier. So on November 5th, Hans is in a car with a police escort, I assume, behind him, when there's randomly a baby stroller pushed in front of the car. As you can imagine, the car slams on the brakes because there's just this random innocent baby, and we ain't trying to kill the baby, because, like, who's trying to do that? And so then apparently the police escort, they slam into the back of this car, then like 5 random Red Army men come out, and 3 policemen are killed. Yeah, so they killed the driver and 3 policemen. And I assume this is like the driver that was driving Hans to wherever they were even going that day. It didn't say. And then they kidnap Hans, put him to a van. They contact the German government as like, release these specific members of our group in order to get Hans back. Because apparently he was like an important figure. So like, he's that important, you'll release the people that we need to get released. The German government did not want to interact with any reason with terrorists, since they were considered like a terrorist organization at this point. And then apparently the exact prisoners that the Red Army had requested to be released were apparently later found dead in their cell. So you could take that as like how they died. So then later on, as you can imagine, the prisoners that we asked for got killed. So Hans got killed too, and his body was found in an Audi on the side of the road, like in the trunk of an Audi on the side of the road. Okay. Apparently, there was the point where apparently they also hijacked a plane they just casually mentioned how they just hijacked the whole ass plane. And apparently the group then went into hiding because I guess they realized the plane was a little too much overkill. So then on May 11th, 1978, 4 members of the Red Army get caught in Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia was trying to be civil and was like, hey, we have these people that you were looking for in your country. We'll release them to you if you give us back apparently like 11 Croatian members that Germany had under their prison. Germany, for some weird reason, like refused. And so then Yugoslavia was like, okay, bet. So then Yugoslavia released the prisoners and said, you can go to a country since Germany don't want to cooperate. So then on September 15th, 1981, apparently there was a man by the name of Frederick, and apparently Brigitte was involved in the assassination attempt of him. So it said attempt, so I assume he survived. And then sometime in November of 1981, Brigitte and another female are caught apparently with some weapons. Somebody apparently realizes that they are wanted, and then they apparently are being surveilled by federal agents. A quick raid is put together, and everybody there that's involved is arrested. So then Brigitte gets sentenced to 5 life terms. I didn't see the punishments for like any other group members, so I guess they were just focused on Brigitte. So Brigitte gets 5 life terms. The group just announces that we're done apparently on April 20th, 1988. So apparently they, at least publicly, we're done. So you ain't gotta worry about going around killing people anymore. And then, as you imagine, Germany, they did not take those life sentences seriously because little old Brigitte winds up getting released on March 25th, 2007, and is actually given a whole ass new identity. She comes out in 2015 and apparently sues a journalist who apparently wrote an article about her, and they called her a terrorist. Because apparently she was offended that she got called a terrorist. Even though she was involved in a terrorist organization, is confirmed to be involved in the attacks that I've told you about. And there's probably more attacks that she was confirmed to be involved in. They couldn't connect her to yet. So yeah, definitely take that as you will. So yeah, that was a case of a German female terrorist, I guess. And apparently when she came out and like sued, they referred to her as her old name, not the name she has now. Because apparently, like I said, apparently she's still alive but living under her new name. So definitely know what you think down below. Are there any more like unknown female murder cases I should cover? Specifically like international cases, because those are the ones that tend to be the most fascinating. Because they'll give you like hella life sentences and you get out after like not even 20 years. So, with that being said, definitely know what you think down below. Do you think Brigitte should be released so she should still be in jail? Considering that she's confirmed to be involved in at least 4 murders that I can think of right now. And so yeah, definitely give your thoughts down below, because this case is like all over the place. I gave what is publicly known. Sources down below as always. I'm here for you guys 3 times every Friday. Subscribe for more Fatal Females. And that's all I have for you guys today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my and will you get